I'm Sohail, your guide on this thrilling journey, proudly hosted by FINAP Worldwide Bahrain under our pioneering Glass Platform Solutions (GPS) platform. As we like to put it, it's not just about connecting, it's about igniting a spark of possibilities and exploring the limitless horizons of technology together with GPS. Partnering with industry giants like Hilal Computers in Bahrain and Hilal CTTC in Saudi Arabia, we are here to boost your business into a future where going digital isn't just an option, it's your secret weapon. Brace yourself for a deep dive into a session picked with practical tips and game-changing strategies designed specifically for your business. At FinUp Worldwide Bahrain, we are not just creating solutions, we are leading a change with our GPS platform. This effort goes beyond typical projects. It reflects our relentless commitment to connecting every ambitious mind in the Gulf with cutting-edge technology. Teaming up with Hilal Computers, a powerhouse in the ICT industry for almost 3 decades, we are pushing boundaries further into the realm of software solutions. Get ready for a digital revolution that's not just cost effective, it's accessible and also incredibly cutting edge. This is innovation like you have never seen before. Now let's dive into the realm of transformation. Today our spotlight is on robotic process automation, RPA. Imagine a world where mundane tasks Imagine a world where mundane tasks are handled effortlessly, allowing your workforce to focus on what truly matters. RPA is a game changer, making this vision a reality. This innovative technology utilizes software robots to automate repetitive and rule-based tasks, boosting your efficiency and accuracy. Say goodbye to manual errors and hello to a streamlined workflow. With RPA, businesses can enhance productivity, reduce costs, and elevate overall performance. Stay tuned as we unveil the insights and advances of robotic process automation, paving the way for more efficient and dynamic future in the world of business. Over to you, Mr. Kosalan.
Yeah, thank you very much, Sohail. Yeah, actually, my name is Kosala Dasanayakal. Actually, I'm heading the robotic process automation practice here. And I have with me the Fatima Minsa. She's a pre-sales engineer in the robotics and the software department. So actually, today we collaboratively we are going to do this presentation. So I will pass to do the initial introduction. So I will pass this to the Minsa to take forward this presentation. Over to you, Minsa.
Thank you, Kosala. So hi, Dilanta, hi, Sohail and Shahad and everyone. Okay, so good evening, everyone. So hope everyone's doing fine. So let's just keep the session very interactive so that I can, ask some questions to you and you can drop your answers in the chat. Or else you can ask questions and me and Kosala will try our best to answer you all. So we all know that almost like all the companies in Sri Lanka and all over the world are looking for a way to streamline their repetitive tasks and create paperless processes for a more efficient and seamless way to keep their business running and generate more revenues, right? So that's pretty obvious. So as Shohail told, so it's kind of the idea for RPA. So we know that there are multiple softwares and solutions developed to ease up that pain point. But most importantly, I bet that this webinar will be a better answer for that question. So because we will be talking about RPA, robotic process automation today. So everyone settled, so we can move to the agenda. Okay, so before moving to that discussion, so this is the agenda we will be following. So first, I will be taking you all through the problems and challenges that we as corporate face today without any automation process, and what kind of impactful solutions using a low-code platforms that we analyzed and came up with for these problems and challenges. And Kosala will be taking you all through the robotic process automation in the introduction. And later, I will be taking you all through the business value props, the core benefits of RPA. Plus, we will also talk high level about the Power Platform and Power BI and Power Apps specifically. And later, I will take you all through. I will be taking you all through the in detailed explanation of Power Automate. Then we will see a comparison between robotic process automation as well as a new software application implementation in corporate systems. And finally, Kosala will then again take you all through the use case of the RPA for you all to simply understand how it works. Then we can conclude the session officially. Okay. So as you can see, so these are the listed obstacles that we encountered by both the IT and business sectors here in corporates. So as you can see, the first point is budget constraint. So we all know there are like limited financial resources that would simply hinder investing in like robust IT solutions, right? For example, let's imagine there is a small startup and SMEs like small medium enterprises. So if there is a small startup industry, they won't be able to afford an expensive CRM system because that will be limiting the customer relationship management capabilities when they can't afford it, right? So that is one of the pain points that are faced by the SMEs nowadays. Talking about the time and resource constraints, so when it comes to like insufficient time and resources, that would simply delay the IT projects. Like let's say there is a retail company and they want to go for a like e-commerce website launch, but due to all this insufficient time and the shortage of developers, they might face delays, and the constraints will lead to the failure of the project. Third point is rising customer expectations. That's pretty obvious, right? So evolving customer demands that would require constant IT upgrades. So if you're simply taking a mobile app, so that must be regularly adding new features to meet user expectations, right? So if you're having a simple mobile app and if there are no new features and stuffs there, then you won't be interested to use that again and again, right? So that is one of the biggest pain point. Next is the paper process. That is pretty straightforward. So manual paper-based workflows that would simply slow down the operations. That is straightforward. The next is new digital business model. So this is very common nowadays in corporate. So the corporates like small, medium enterprises or even the large enterprises, they would love to transition their business to a digital business model. So that demands significant IT changes, right? So for that, there would be like budget constraints and whatever the listed obstacles that I mentioned before will be coming under that particular biggest pain point. Talking about IT business partnership. So let's say like there is a misalignment between IT and business goals. What would happen at last? That would simply affect the efficiency, right? So let's take there is a cloth manufacturing company, and they would have like IT teams, and they would have like production managers, and but you see there might be conflicts and there won't be any kind of like quick process between IT teams and the production managers. So what will happen? There will be inefficiencies in the production. So that is one of the biggest obstacle faced by corporates today. And the limited agility. So it's kind of like if there are inflexible IT systems in a corporate, that will basically hinder the adaptability to market changes. And the need for differentiation, yes, of course. So staying competitive in the market will boost the unique IT solutions and your revenue as well. So if there is no need for differentiation and we are not expecting differentiation in your market or in your solutions, then there is a risk to compete with other companies in a dynamic market trend. And talking about the technical skills shortage, if there is a shortage of IT skills in a company, that will basically limit the project execution. All right. And the last point is security and compliance risk. Of course, yeah. So if you're failing to address the security and compliance issues in your company and for your IT solutions, that will pose a threat. So nobody will be willing to buy your product, service, or even your employees within your company would not be able to access any kind of systems if there is a security concerns. So that is all about the obstacles encountered by both the IT and business sectors nowadays. So taking you all through the other slides. Okay, so now we talked about the obstacles, right? Now we have to see what kind of impactful solutions will help you all to achieve that, eradicate those pain points. First of all, this is about embracing efficiency using a low code productivity tool. So how many of you know about low code? There is any answers you can put in the chat, or you can say yes or no, whatever it is. All right, so let me just tell you what low code is first. So low code is like using building blocks to create like a software, instead of writing like everything from scratch as like biggest codes, largest codes that every developers are doing day and night. So it will make it like easier for people without extensive coding skills to build like certain applications by providing a visual interface and pre-built components. So there will be like API component already built there. So it's pre-built. So you can just simply take it and use it for your, sending requests and getting all the, responses easily without even building an API from the scratch. So that is why we have a visual interface. You can just drag and drop, which are like ready-made pieces there. You can simply drag and drop and start doing all your applications, developing all your applications easily. So that is what we call low-code platforms. So talking about low-code productivity tools, what kind of impactful solutions we came up with? So first is friction-free collaboration and communication. So the low-code platforms that would simplify the collaboration and communication by providing a common interface, like I mentioned before, for all the employees across various business units. And talking about the streamline productivity and process automation, with these low-code platforms, the organizations can streamline their productivity experiences and basically automate their processes seamlessly across multiple productivity tools. All right. And the third impactful solution will be empowered citizen developers, right? So the low-code platforms simply empower the employees with diverse skill sets to become citizen developers. So they can then just use these intuitive visual interfaces to solve their business problems without any extensive coding knowledge. That's the solutions we came up with. Now, Kosala will be taking over the session and introduce you all to RPA. Kosala, over to you.
Yeah, thank you, Mesa. Yes, the robotic process automation. It's a concept and a new technology that actually the world is using at the moment to automate the repetitive and the rule-based works in the many organization has. Like if you take like especially if you take the subcontinent, like in the Asian countries and the most of the countries in the world, like at the moment they are facing in a challenge with the skilled workers. So actually now when we take the organizations, if they have allocated their skilled workers into the to manage the repetitive or the mundane work, right? It's a very inefficient and non-productive thing, right? That's why the robotic process automation is come to the world to automate the most of those repetitive and the mundane works using the software robots. There's a concept that it's come to the to the market where we using the different platforms that we are developing software robots to how we call to mimic or what do you call to to do the same thing that how the human is works, so we can interpret the same thing with the software robot. So that is the robotic process automation. Actually, we have a lot of benefits when you are using the robotic process automation, because now there are a lot of use cases in the worldwide that where they have automated their repetitive works, and the people, actually they are skilled workers who have allocated into these repetitive works that they have taken off from these processes, and they have allocated into the more productive, more decision-making level process, and the repetitive and the mundane work has been allocated to the software robots. So that's how the robotic process automation come into the world. Like, and as here you can see the slides, like and as we are, if we take, we actually in myself, that I have started in my robotic process automation career in 2017. So far that I have worked in the same industry for the last 5 to 6 years. So actually, I have worked with the different platforms. If you take, I started from the automation area, and then we moved into the UI path, and now we are working with the Power Automate. So using all these magnificent platforms, that we can automate a lot of processes, actually, that where we can automate. Because we can transform the many organizations into the next level. We'll automate in the different process in those organizations. So that is the robotic process automation. So actually, we are at the moment we are mainly working with the UiPath and plus the Microsoft Power Automate. The Microsoft Power Automate. So UiPath is one of the the leading and very saturated tool that they have the many use cases in the worldwide. And also Power Automate is one of the upcoming tool, because there's a different comparison with these two platforms. When you take the Power Automate is when you compare with the cost-wise, it's very low cost, and they have a lot of integrated technologies. Like Minsa will explain in the later part of this presentation that the robotic process automation, the concept is actually previously it's coming to the world to automate the repetitive and the rule-based works, but now they have come with the concept called the hyper automation. A hyper automation is a set of tools that have integrated with the robotic process automation, where you can do a lot of things. Especially that Misa will explain in the later part. There are a lot of things, AI, ML, because most of we have heard about the artificial intelligence, machine learning, and the natural language processing, because the most of the people in the world now we are using the ChatGPT. It's a NLP concept. So the OpenAI concept that where you can easily integrate it with the Microsoft Power Automate. So we can do a lot of things with the Microsoft Power Automate and UiPath, and basically as a concept of the robotic process automation. So Minsa will so we'll go for the video that where you can take the more vision, like you can have the detailed idea how the robotics works. So we are going to play a video for you.
With creativity and hard work, the potential of human beings is endless. Not too long ago, we were marveling at the invention of the wheel. Now, we explore space as if it's another day at the office. But more work always breeds more work. And in today's day and age, none of us want to waste our time with the mundane and repetitive tasks, feeling as though our souls are slowly being devoured. We are human after all. We create and bring ideas into existence. We're not robots, but robots are robots. RPA, or Robotic Process Automation, is an automation software technology that allows your business to build and deploy software robots with ease. These software robots can mirror human interaction with other software and digital systems, complete repetitive and menial tasks such as copying, extracting, and inputting data, interpret text, filling in forms, navigating systems, understanding and completing keystrokes, and numerous other defined tasks. When advanced further, these software robots can perform even more perceptive processes, such as decoding unstructured data and engaging in conversations. Non-invasive, easily scalable, and with minimal disruption, RPA implementation reduces manual errors, streamlines workflows, and boosts productivity of employees as the automation takes care of those mind-numbing tasks and leaves employees to focus on clients, innovation, and collaboration, resulting in happier employees and more progress across the board. From a broader perspective, it's clear why RPA is the fastest growing enterprise software in the world. It's perfect for automating processes within legacy systems, making it a key enabler for digital transformation. When asked, 63% of global executives said that RPA is a vital component in digital transformation, while 92% of those that have adopted RPA agree that it has met or exceeded expectations for better compliance.
So hope you actually you can see the video that how the robotics works and what kind of benefits that you can gain through the robotic process automation. Actually, the robotic process automation can do a lot of things, especially they can read emails, they can send emails, they can write to the databases. So many things like, they can run the formulas, macros. Many things, actually, more than 90% of the things that the human do can, you can interpret through the software robot. So we'll go through the next slides. So I will pass it to the Minsa. So she will explain the next slides about the hyperautomation and the other benefits of the robotic process automation.
Okay, thank you, Kosala. So I hope everyone had a great idea on what RPA is, and the whole idea, like the concept is given by Kosala. Yes, that's correct. So I hope like you guys enjoyed the video about RPA and its benefits. So with that, let's go through certain business value propositions of RPA as well. So talking about the multifaceted core benefits of RPA, so as all kinds of like pain points that I have addressed and also Kosala have addressed before to you all, so those will be alleviated and like settled by when you get these benefits easily, right? So you can see there is productivity. So as a corporate, you will be able to achieve high output in a shorter time with RPA through when you automate the repetitive tasks, like Kosala said, and it can boost your overall efficiency. Next benefit is accuracy. Yes, you can attain a flawless 0% error rate, as RPA will be ensuring precise and consistent execution of tasks. And talking about predictability, so RPA will guarantee 100% of consistency and provide you a reliable and uniform results in every automated process that you're going to take. Scalability wise, of course, so it will when you're implementing RPA to a solution, so it will quickly scale operations up and down by easily adjusting the number of bots, adapting to changing the workload. So if you have like a simple manual, Excel sheet extraction work, you can deploy one bot or two bots for that. So if you're having like a big application that you want to automate, then you might need to scale up. So that can be simply and quickly done by implementing Microsoft Power Automate or UiPath solutions. And talking about availability, bots don't sleep, right? They can imitate what humans do, but they won't imitate the sleep. They won't sleep. So bots will operate continuously without breaks by ensuring round the clock availability for automated tasks. And final core benefit will be audit trail. So you will be able to maintain a comprehensive log of all the activities and offer transparency and traceability for auditing purposes. So that can be done through a bot. So those are the core benefits of RPA. Moving to the other slides. Okay, talking about the business impact or business value props. So there are multiple businesses. There are multiple business impacts and values that you will be achieving if you deploy an RPA solution. Just like the core benefits, what you are going to get if you are deploying a bot or an RPA solution in your application or in your business. So first thing, you will be getting a liberty to rest and focus on all your other important tasks, because as the bot will be like 3 to 4 times faster than you, and it does not need to take a power nap or sleep like just humans do. just like I mentioned before. And the second business value prop will be, it is consistent and it's error-free and it's fully compliant. And as I mentioned previously, it allows you to scale up and down the resources easily as well. Next thing is one of the core benefits that I mentioned before is low cost, right? So like I previously mentioned, so it actually it has a business value prop, which will be a cost reduction up to 50%. Because you can utilize your existing IT resources and infrastructure. So you don't need to deploy a new infrastructure, new IT resource to implement the solution. You can just simply use your existing IT infrastructure and avoid new investments totally. So that is one of the business value prop of RPA. The last one will be the employee satisfaction, right? So you can just focus on other important jobs like I mentioned previously, and then like leave out this small menial and manual tasks to the bot to do. So those are the business impact of RPA automation solutions. So now we are coming to some like main point of the actual webinar today is implementing a robotic process automation within an existing software application offers several benefits compared to purchasing and implementing an entirely new application for the same purpose. Let's take you have a requirement to do some, I'm sorry. So like, extract a data from the Excel and you have to send an email later. So that is one kind of a requirement you have. So you would like to have an automated solution for that. But what you go for is a new software application to do it. I don't think it's a great way to approach it. So when you approach in a different way using a robotic process automation, it will be very simple, very cost effective comparatively deploying a new software application. So that is the basic understanding of this upcoming slide. Let me just show you the comparative analysis we have done for that. So the first thing is cost effectiveness. So we all know there are two types of cost. So the one cost will be the lower initial investment, and there can be like licensing cost, right? So initial investment, as in SME, you will always tend to go for lower initial investment rather than going for a biggest capital expenditure. And talking about licensing costs, you also would like to go for a reduced licensing cost rather than purchasing a great bigger application for a targeted large licensing cost. So when you're talking about both these cost and investment, parties, so integrating an RPA bot into your existing application will typically require a lower upfront investment than purchasing and implementing a new software application, right? That is pretty straightforward. And talking about the licensing cost, you can simply avoid the licensing fees associated with like when you're acquiring a new application, and you will be need to pay licensing fee, a lot of licensing fees, right? And the ongoing maintenance cost that comes with it will be large. So you won't be able to like, tolerate it in due course. So implementing an RPA solution will alleviate those pain points. And talking about faster implementation, so RPA bots can be deployed relatively quickly, often like within weeks or days, allowing you to address your specific requirement promptly compared to developing or procuring a new application, which simply might take longer than expected time, right? And the compatibility wise, so RPA bots can seamlessly integrate with your existing software systems. It can leverage your current infrastructure and also your data sources without the need for extensive data migration or other kind of like system overhauls. And like there is also compatibility with legacy systems as well. So if your current application is a traditional legacy system, RPA can bridge the gap by like simply automating the processes and the data transfer between legacy and modern systems. So that also can be done by RPA rather than going for a new application. Like, it's pretty hard to deploy a new software application for your legacy systems, right? So RPA can simply eradicate that. Flexibility wise, RPA solutions can be easily scaled up and down, like I told. So it can simply accommodate changing business needs or fluctuations in workload, and also it can make adaptable to evolving your specific requirements in the due course. And you also can implement RPA bots incrementally, like I told. You can address the specific tasks or processes within your specific requirement as needed, and without committing to a full software overhaul. Coming to customizations, so there are like tailored solutions that you would love to go for. So RPA bots can be customized to meet your organization's specific requirements or workflows. So it will simply ensure a tailored solution that would fit your business processes. And implementing an RPA bot within your existing application that can be achieved with minimal disruption to your existing business processes. And also it will be able to reduce the learning curve for your staff. So just a bot, you can just train him or train the bot like how to do this and that, and it will automatically do everything. You don't need to train a staff to do the same task for months. And finally, the continuous improvement, of course. So RPA bots can learn from their interactions, and also it can be fine-tuned over time to improve your efficiency and accuracy continually in the application. So in summary, what you see from this slide, so integrating an RPA bot into your existing software application for your specific requirement can offer cost-effective, efficient, and also scalable solutions without the need to invest in and also implement an entirely new application. So that is the core idea of this slide. So the RPA bots can leverage your current technology stack while also providing the benefits of automation and customization to meet your specific business needs. Hope that's clear. If there are any questions, you can raise in the chat. So me and Kosala will love to help you all. So we talked about RPA a lot, right? So very in detail explanations about RPA and stuff. So now let's have a small understanding of the Power Platform. Now that we have explored benefits of RPA, but let's see a closer look for the exciting possibilities. So Kosal has already talked about Power Automate, right? So that basically comes under Power Platform, Microsoft Power Platform. So we'll align more closely with your requirements and see how Power Platform can actually sort out all your requirements, and it can eradicate your business pain points. So under Power Platform, as you can see from this slide, so it simply provides the organizations with the opportunity to empower their team members. So to build their own solutions through a very user-friendly low-code or no-code set of services. That's why I was talking about low-code platform before. So these services shown here will help simplify the processes of building solutions. So with the Power Platforms, the solutions can be built in days or weeks. But as opposed to the months or years that you're going to do it with the normal development process. And also the Power Platform is composed of 5 key products shown here. So one is Power BI for business analysis, Power Apps for app development. There is Power Automate for process automation, Power Virtual Agents for intelligent VA, and also there is Power Pages for external facing websites. So we don't need to go very in detail about these all platforms. We might take another 2-3 days if you're going to talk about each and everything. But let's have a look on Power BI and Power Apps lately a bit in detail, just to support the Power Automate solution. So talking about the byproducts of Power Platform, here you can see data connectors, which will enable you to connect apps, your data and devices in the cloud. So, and to give you an in-detail idea, there are more than 900 pre-built connectors for Power Platform, which can enable all your data and actions to connect cohesively. Let's take if you have Salesforce, you have O365, or you have Twitter, or some kind of like others Google services and everything. So you will be able to connect it through the pre-built connectors of data, the Power Platform. And talking about AI Builder, it allows users and developers to add AI capabilities to the workflows as well. And the Dataverse is a scalable data service and an app platform which would let users, securely store and manage data from the multiple sources. And it can help you integrate that particular data in business applications using a common data model like machine learning and everything. Okay, so that is all about Power Platform. So talking about Power BI and Power App Platform in high level, just to give you an understanding on how these can help you achieve your enterprise goals faster along with RPA solutions. You can see a nice slide here. So here I have talked about Power BI and Power Apps. So you also can see an user interface of both how it will look. So Power BI and Power Apps are two powerful Microsoft tools that offer like distinctive advantages. Like Power BI focuses on data analysis and predictions, while Power Apps specializes in user-friendly data authorization and editing. Okay, so they provide a comprehensive solution for managing data effectively, from analysis and also editing securely. So talking about Power BI, so it simply make data analysis, easy and secure for everyone in your organization. But how? So how? It's because by just using Power BI analytics platform, it can scale seamlessly from individuals to the entire company. It can reduce your cost and security concerns. So with user-friendly tools, like when you, if there are any people like who are using Power BI already, they know like how it works, but there are lots of user-friendly tools within Power BI solution. So including their built-in AI, Excel integration and various data connectors, like with all those byproducts that I have mentioned, you can easily find and share meaningful insights. Power Apps, like similarly, you can create and launch apps effortlessly within using all these ready-to-use templates. And you can be able to use easy drag and drop features and swift deployment. So everyone can build powerful apps with advanced features, even if they are not professional developers, because it's low code, like I mentioned. And for the tech experts specifically, it offers tools like Azure Functions and custom connectors for a very seamless extension of app capabilities, connecting to like, proprietary or on-premise systems as per your requirement. So that's all about Power BI and Power Apps. Moving to the bedrock of the session, which is Microsoft Power Automate. It is also a powerful platform, just like UiPath, and it offers a wide range of features for automating business processes and improving productivity. So like Hosala and myself mentioned before, so Power Automate basically lets users create automated workflows between applications and services. It helps automate repetitive business processes such as communication, talking about data collections and decision approvals. So it can play a vital role there. So imagine you have to waste important productive hours on drafting the same email for a weekly update, or you have to manually walk through approval processes. So all these, kind of tasks, Power Automate can provide automation not only for the individual user, but also for the enterprise-grade process automation. So it's simple, it has a simple interface, which would allow users with every technical competence. So from beginners to seasoned developers, to automate their works and tasks easily. Now let's watch another video on what Power Automate is in a nutshell. So here you go.
Your business needs to manage operations, increase efficiency, and save costs, while keeping data secure across multiple systems, users, and processes. What if you could streamline all of this? It's possible with Microsoft Power Automate, a comprehensive automation platform with advanced RPA, DPA, AI, and process mining. Built with enterprise-grade security and native integration to the world's most widely used applications, you can optimize your business with the power of low code. Discover opportunities for automation with process mining, identify bottlenecks, and drive continuous improvement and efficiencies. Automate business processes with pre-built and custom APIs or UI actions. Connect modern apps in the cloud with DPA and connect legacy systems on a desktop or virtual machine with RPA. Start from scratch, use a template, or engage AI with GPT to accelerate development. Orchestrate at scale and monitor with full visibility. Enforce data loss prevention, leverage exception handling, manage work queues, and auto-scale with Microsoft-hosted RPA. Extend across Microsoft Power Platform, and you can infuse automation with chatbots, apps, websites, and more. Take control and securely automate across your organization. Start today with Microsoft Power Automate.
Okay, so I hope you all enjoyed that video. So moving to the slides now. So okay, as you can see, this is what Kausala talked about, the hyper-automation platform. So how many of you all know what hyper-automation is other than like what Kausala has explained to you? So if you can read the subtle description here, you can simply understand what hyper-automation is. But if you know already, then it's a plus for you. Okay, so hyper-automation is simply a nice strategic approach in RPA. Okay, so it's very simple to understand because the name itself explains automation when it's hyper, right? So because it focuses on using combination of various technologies, also tools and platforms like listed here to automate and optimize the same business processes comprehensively. So that's the idea of hyper-automation. So for an organization to optimize their daily processes, you can simply utilize not only RPA, but also other tools and applications like mentioned here. So you can talk about LCAP, which is low code application platform. You can include BPA, iPaaS, AI, ML, and NLP. You also can include OCR, which is optical character recognition. You can include intelligent document processing, task mining, document management systems, and conversational AI. So if you'd love to know more about these tools, I can explain. Other than that, I can move if you're okay with that. I hope that's okay. If there are any questions, you can drop and ask what is this and what is that. We can explain to you. So, considering the time limit, we are trying to go faster. So in order to explain briefly the use cases of RPA and formally conclude the session, I invite Kausala. Kausala, over to you.
Yeah, thank you, Minsa. Yes, actually, this is one of the key use case actually what we have delivered this is actually to the one of the leading commercial bank in Sri Lanka called Sampath Bank. Actually, we have automated more than 28 their processes using the Microsoft Power Automate application. So basically, before I go to the use case, that I will give you a kind of a basic understand about our approach when we get a when we got an inquiry from the client. Actually, our approach is a bit different. Like what we do is we do a kind of a basic understanding, like we do a kind of a basic requirement study with all the departments in the relevant organization, right? So we go to the business users and we speak to them and we understand their, because if we take the the most of the organizations, especially when you consider in the subcontinent in the world, if you say in Sri Lanka or the other the Asian countries, so most main thing is actually most of the people they know about the robotic process automation, about the concept, but they don't know where to start and how to do the things with the robotic process and what are the processes that they can automate through the robotic process. That's the issue that the most of the organizations or the most of the IT people have. So as a solution for that, actually what we do is we do a kind of a we create in a kind of a document called the process discovery document. The process discovery documents contain all the, the department-wise processes that we have identified that where we can automate easily. So then we prioritize all these processes based on so we have a different criteria. So then, as this is a continuous webinar in the later part, then we'll discuss this in a more detailed way. So we have a different criteria that where we can identify the processes that where easily can be automated, because when we take a processes in the organizations, so there are processes that where you can easily automate it, and there are some processes that you need to have a kind of a streamlining parts. So it might be from the customer side or from our side that we can do because we always as an organization we do a consultative approach to the customers that how they can automate the process, and they can transform their business into the next level, so this is how that, and we are developing a kind of a, as I mentioned, we are developing a report called the process discovery. It mentions all the processes that where we can easily automate it, and we have prioritized those processes, and also we are calculating the ROI. So in the robotic process automation, one of the key word is the return of investment, because no one is going for the robotic process automation without the return. So definitely there should be a return for their investment. So then we are calculating those things, how many human resources that you can replace from this process, what is the time reduction that you can take, how fast you can do this, what's the accuracy level that you can have, and a kind of a things actually we have mentioned that this report, and we are generating a kind of a process discovery report. So this is the basic approach that we do. So it's actually we have specialized things in our side that how we can approach those things. So this use case actually as I mentioned, this for the Sampath Bank in Sri Lanka. Sampath Bank is one of the second largest commercial bank in Sri Lanka. So actually they came to us and they explained that because they have the department called the credit admin. So that is the department that we are generating the many kind of reports and then many kind of updates to the different departments. Especially if you take the Central Bank of Sri Lanka, Colombo Stock Exchange, the Security Exchange Commission. So they daily, weekly, and monthly basis they have to generate reports in a continuous way to these departments in the right way. So that is how they come, and we identified 28 processes and the reports that they have to generate it in a daily, weekly, and monthly basis. And we actually understand that, and as I mentioned earlier, we develop a kind of a process discovery document, and it's called kind of a BSN, and we sign off from their side. And after that, actually we develop and deploy a software robot, we call the attended, and because in the robotics section we have a concept called the attended and unattended way. So we'll discuss those things in a later part when we go to the more technical way. So we allocated one unattended bot, and we schedule everything these reports in a daily, weekly, and monthly basis. So we work with their core banking system, IMS. So they have many other different department-wise sales systems and all these things. We take in extracting data from those things, and we do the manipulations, we do the formulations and everything. And after that we create in a report, and we generate in the reports to the relevant the organizations, the organizational bodies to the right time. So they have, before we automated this, they have allocated 3 to 4 people full time to handle these reports, to extract the data from the different systems, and do the reconciliation, and do the manipulation, to do the formulation, and creating the reports. So, and we replace all these humans intervention from this process, and actually we allocated the software robot, and now all these 28 processes have been automated, and the on time the software robot is generating the reports to the relevant department, sending the email, read the email, and generating the alerts to the whole department. So this is one of the key use case that we have, and actually we have worked with many other organizations. This is one of the key use case actually that we can explain to you. So any organization can use this kind of a solution, and they can automate their work. So Misa, you can take over. Okay.
Okay, so that's all for today's webinar, guys. So if you have any questions, you can raise it through the chat, and myself or Kosala will, we love to help you all.
Yeah. Sohail, over to you.
Yeah, over to you, Sohail.
Incredible insights for this. We are eager to dive into your thoughts. If you have any questions or any flashes of inspiration that you have about RPA, you can drop them into the chat. We'll give you about 2 minutes of time. So if you have anything that you'd like to ask about or raise any questions, we are more than happy to help you out. Kosal and Minza will be answering to your questions. Meanwhile, that we wait for your questions, I would like to inform that the next episode in this webinar series will be happening on the 23rd of November. We'll be talking about Microsoft Dynamics ERP Business Central and the future cloud data backups. So it's about the cloud security in the Microsoft Dynamics ERP. And if you need a one-to-one conversation, we can make it happen for you. So you just have to reach us through the meeting link, or you can also drop your messages into the chat here. And we also have advertised ourselves on LinkedIn. You can find us on FINAP Worldwide. Yeah, so you have about 2 minutes. If you have any questions, please drop them into the chat. Looks like we don't have any questions so far, so I think we can conclude. So as our chapter today comes to a close, I would like to express our heartfelt gratitude to our audience and the speakers, Mr. Kosala Dasanayake and Ms. Fatima Minza. Your engagement in TechFusion GCC 2023 has been phenomenal. Remember, this is just a glimpse of what we have in store. Next week, we invite you to join us for another episode of Breakthroughs and Innovations. Secure a spot on the next frontier of tech exploration. The link is just a click away. As I mentioned, we advertise on Facebook and on LinkedIn. From all of us at FINAP Worldwide, thank you, and let's continue to shape the future together. Have a good day.